It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
Oh, what a day. We got baseball in Sacramento. We got basketball tonight. The Kings taking on, of course, the Indiana Pacers. Kyle Draper standing by in San Francisco, getting ready for his pre- and post-game duties. Drapes, how was your drive down to the city today? It was some tremendously violent weather we encountered at points here. Hopefully you made it down there safe and sound.
All right. First of all, can you hear me okay, Whitey? Am I good? Can you hear me?
Yes, crystal clear.
All right, great. That's good to hear. The drive was fantastic, big fella. I didn't encounter any weather. And I'll tell you what, I was dragging a little bit by about, I forget what exit it was, but it was right around Vallejo there.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Today's a great day for Bud's Burgers.
Yeah.
So your boy made the right turn off the freeway. Then I swung the left up there at the light. I went straight down for about a mile and a half. And I'm like, where the hell does Whitey and Jay have me going? But then I got Bud's Burgers. So it's all good, big fella. My belly is full. I'm ready to, do this long show. How long are we on for it, by the way?
Yeah, almost half an hour.
That's a long time there, brother.
Almost, yeah.
Y'all got me rushing down here for half an hour, man. Come on now. But no, I had Bud's Burgers. Only one issue I had with Bud's Burgers.
Yeah?
One issue. The seasoning, nothing was seasoned really. The
Really?
fries needed some salt and pepper. The burger needed a little salt. Like, it was a great burger. I didn't have any ketchup or mustard in it. Maybe I should have threw something on it. But other than that, man, I'll go to Bud's again. I'll go to Bud's again.
Good.
Yeah, that place was good.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while, but tremendous. So good. Bud's Burger so good that I actually waive one of my rules about fast food. I typically never eat at a burger place if it's next to a veterinary clinic. Just like, nah. And that I believe, I think there was one in the proximity. It's like, that's all right. It's that good. So
yes,
that's how good Bud's Burgers is.
And so I woke up and Jay you guys were clowning me last week when we were at the Stockton Kings game and I was writing down on my list. But this morning I woke up and pulled out my list and said, all right, which spot and I got the list right here, mind you. Which spot am I going to hit driving into town? And I said, today is the Bud's Burgers day. So
good for you,
good, man. I'm
good for you. Hey, what the heck happened Saturday to the Kings in Orlando? What'd you make of that? I know you had the play-by-play duties.
Dude, I tell you what, that was probably the worst game of the season right there. Like, I mean, for us not to lead at all, not to show any fight, not to show any passion, not to show any hunger. And Doug kept trying to push the right buttons and nothing worked. And so it was a brutal game to call. I'll be honest with you. It was one of those where you wish there was a running clock. I got done with the game and even my mood was kind of low. The team hopped on the plane and flew to Indiana. I went back to the hotel room, but it was rough, man. We couldn't hit a shot. Shoot, Wendell Carter Jr. out there looking like, like he can, Karl Anthony Towns out there, the way he was shooting, especially early. It was a bad game, man. And, as you're doing the game, you try to look for reasons why. And Katie brought it up, the lengthy trip, jet lag, didn't have. All that is true, but still no excuses for that kind of performance out there the other night. To lose by 30 to those jokers, those guys had lost 7 of 8 at home. They were reeling, they were struggling, and we just let them do whatever they want. It was an awful loss the other night.
Yeah, one of the most alarming things to me was that after the game, Coach Christie he almost was echoing some of the things that Mike Brown had said. When he said, unfortunately, we did not do anything we talked about or wanted to do, which if you watch the game, you could see, yes, that's true. That is something that Coach Brown had said. So that was a little unsettling. And I know people say they're not playing hard. They just don't seem to understand what it is they're trying to do or something, Trace. You miss shots. There were some mismatches at the other end. They had problems defensively, and things just snowballed on them from there. They played like they didn't think they had a chance to win the game.
Yeah, and it was disappointing, man. It was disappointing. I just hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Jay, I think we need the breaking news stinger, big fella. Did you see what Jay just came across?
Yeah, yeah.
When it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
I'll let Jay handle it. Go ahead, Jay.
Well. As I teased a little bit on Friday, this show has a little breaking news.
Yeah?
A little congratulation breaking news. Some big news. And it doesn't always necessarily have to involve all of us. It can involve one of us. What I hold right now in my hand, Mr. Gleason, Mr. Draper, I know you can't see except for on the camera. I put it there.
Yeah.
One of our fellow Drive guys got word last week, a couple weeks ago, that one of our fellow Drive guys will be a nominee for the Vallejo Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh,
yeah.
The Vallejo Sports Hall of Fame nomination form I hold in my hand.
Wow.
And I have to announce it because there's a little information that I need from you, including what happened before Christ. You know, 900 BC, date of birth, things of that nature.
I got that all written down somewhere. I kept copious notes.
On a tablet, but I wanted to make sure that we put it out there, fellas. You know, a Drive guy, we try to do what we possibly can to make sure that we are we're staying in front of the rest.
Wow.
And one of the things that I said that I was going to do to make sure this show is make sure that we get Whitey Gleason a nomination for Vallejo Sports Hall of Fame.
I
and of course,
that.
Not just the nomination. Now we have to push it forward.
We
got to push it forward to make sure that you get enlisted, enshrined into the Vallejo Sports Hall of Fame 2026. 2025 awards just passed a couple weeks ago, March 15th. And so now the nominations will be dropping off. And with that being said, I have no quandary that you will be a 2026 enshrinee.
It's wonderful. I appreciate that. I don't know what the process is from now. I assume there's some kind of voting or something. Thank you, Jay, because I know you've been behind that. And let me just tell you, I accept the nomination. All right, I accept. Thank you. That's a lot of fun. My dad is in that, and that would be really.
That's
cool,
pretty sweet. That's What sport are we talking about, Jay? I know he was a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, well, guess what? There are different avenues that he can get in.
Contributor.
But that's where we're going is contributor.
All right.
Contributor.
That's still in there, baby.
He's got special qualifications.
Oh, my. Who do we need to bribe to make sure he gets in?
We'll talk about that behind closed doors. But
congratulations, man. That's huge.
I announce it because we have to. We got to get the people behind us. And we'll be, as we move forward the next couple of weeks, we'll let you know how you can vote on Mr. Gleason, aka Kevin Whitey, Stretchy B.
You. I'm
being part of
flabbergasted.
Vallejo Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you had said Friday you had some news for the show, and I was trying to guess what it was. That was not one of the ones I would have guessed. So
yeah, man, I wouldn't have told you that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just something to uplift our spirits when the Kings let us down a little bit a couple days ago.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's wonderful. I appreciate that more than I can express at this time. Now, Drapes, how about this? Against the backdrop of that, with the word that came out today about Kevin Durant, with Kevin Durant getting hurt last night, I mean, it's not time to pop the cork on champagne or anything, but the Kings, you could argue they've almost pretty much clinched a play-in spot, have they not?
Nah, hold up, Whitey. Hold up now. Hold up, big fella. Don't do that. Because you know how it is. A guy goes down, there's usually a 2 or 3 game bump. Because you know what Phoenix is saying right now. If I'm Devin Booker, if I'm Bradley Beal, if I'm in that locker room, I'm saying everybody's counting us out. They say because we don't have Kevin Durant for a week, we just going to fall down and play dead, roll over and play dead. We're going to come out ready. Although they did play dead last night in that game.
Yes.
They got mollywopped last night. But I'm not – we still need to handle our business, Whitey. I'm not looking at a team behind this big fella. Like, I don't want to limp into the play-in. I don't want to back in to the play-in. I need our guys to step up and win these games. You're talking about a 6-game road trip, Whitey. At worst, I'm looking at 3-3 on this trip. And to me, this is the one you got to get. You got Charlotte, you got Washington, those teams tanking. This is the one tonight you got to get.
Yes. I was looking at the Arizona Republic today for what that's worth. They knew that Durant got hurt last night. They didn't know, obviously, what the prognosis was. And they, by the way, Phoenix had won 4 in a row. They have now lost 3 straight. by a combined 84 points. So there's a piece in the Arizona Republic asking, should the Suns just mail it in from this point? Is the season over for them? So, yeah, you're right. The Kings have to take care of business, and we would love for them to play well enough down the stretch so that we can feel good about going into the play-in. But it's possible that even if you try right now, you might not be able to back your way out of the play-in. So be that as it may, you're right. The Kings have to play better. Bottom line, have to play better starting tonight. And the Pacers are a little shorthanded, Drapes.
Yeah, they're missing some guys, and we'll see if the Kings can take advantage. I haven't even looked it up, the latest injury report for the Indiana Pacers. You got it right there, Whitey. I haven't even looked up the latest injury report on who's in and who's out. But I look at this Pacers team. They're a team that's gritty. Remember, Whitey, was it last year that they came in? Remember, they were shorthanded last year. Remember, TJ McConnell went off on us. And so I gotta, you gotta treat these guys with respect. I'm looking up the up-to-date.
I think Turner is out, and I think
he's been out. Yeah.
Mathurin, I think they're down 2 starters tonight.
Is Mathurin out? He's been in and out of their lineup, man. Yeah. He's sort of in Carlisle's doghouse, to be honest with you. But yeah, they still got Pascal Siakam. They still got Nembhard, and they still got Tyrese Halliburton. That's a revenge game. And so, and we're without, our boy Jake LaRavia, no Devin Carter tonight. So we're a little shorthanded.
So the Kings, what do they need to do to turn this thing back around, get a much needed win tonight? We're back with that. It's the drive, guys. Do you want me to just read the spot here? Yeah. All right. Yeah. We got a short show today. So let me just real quickly let you know about National Garage Door. When it's all on the line, you need a big-time closer. That's especially true when it comes to your garage door. And that's why I proudly recommend National Garage Door. Whitey Gleason here for National Garage Door. Whether you're looking to repair an existing door, get a brand new one installed, you need National Garage Door. Family-owned and operated, been around since 1974. That's because service is their number one priority. National Garage Door are the region's BSE broken spring experts. Styles, prices, quality of their new doors will surprise you. Our garage door made it quite clear that it was time for us to move on. Kevin from National Garage Door came out. I've known the family a long time. Great family. They're going to take care of you like they took care of us. And he said, we could patch this one up, keep it running for a while, but we decided to get a new garage door. We're very happy about that. National Garage Door, selling quality Rainer branded garage doors. They offer sales, service, installation on all residential and commercial doors and operators. So if you have garage door needs, old ones coming apart, or you're looking to improve your curb appeal, let National Garage Door come through for you in the clutch and be your big-time closer. 916-638-4554, National Garage Door. And it's the drive, guys. Getting ready for game night. We got the Kings.
Was that a 60 right there? Was that a 60, big fella?
Sure.
Were you timing it, or what were you doing? Were you timing it, Drapes, or what happened?
Dude, it was long. I'm like, my man is flowing. It was like he was in the booth creating a rap song or something like that. The way he was flowing right there. I was like, dang, okay, Whitey, I see how you do it.
Yeah,
that was good stuff.
Got to take care of National Garage Door. Yeah.
Yes.
And how do the Kings take care of their business tonight, Drapes? You got to make some shots. The thing that kills me about this roster, and I'm going to vent a little bit here. You watch them play. They're not, when they don't shoot the ball well, they don't have length. They're not a good defensive team. And these are the things that it's hard, no matter how hard you play and how determined you are against a good team that's making shots. It's hard to work around those things on any given night in the NBA on the road.
Well, I mean, when you're throwing the ball away left and right like they did the other day, I mean, you can't get it. There was zero flow. There was zero rhythm from our Sacramento Kings. And one of the things I said on the NBC Sports California telecom call earlier today as we get ready for pregame, when a team is aggressive and takes us out of our offense, we don't have a counter. What's our counter? Like, it just seemed like we kept trying to do the same things and they kept mucking it up. I look at Orlando and the way they defended Zach LaVine. And people say, oh, Zach LaVine got to be more aggressive. I felt every time Zach LaVine attempted to make a move, looked like he was about to, Orlando had a second guy shading him, looking at him. And so we got to figure out better ways how to adapt on the fly as a coaching staff and as a team. Whitey, we how many times have we seen it with this Kings team? You go in with the game plan and then the team gas you and it's like, well, they just hit shot. What? No, we got to adapt.
Yeah.
And I didn't think we adapted offensively, and so
Mhm.
it was disappointing, man. To your point, we got to hit shots. We got to hit more than one 3-pointer in the first half. I mean, come on now, like,
Yeah.
and Katie will say, "Oh, we're getting good looks," and that's true, but they aren't rhythm shots. You know what I mean? We're not getting into rhythm on our offense, and that has to be better tonight.
Yeah, what's the old saying? Everybody has a plan till you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah,
And the Kings,
yeah.
like, they're getting punched in the mouth. Like, we got nothing. Remember when DeMar DeRozan came over? I think you and I talked about this, Kyle.
Hmm.
One of the potential benefits, and he's putting up numbers. I'm not pinning this on him, but last year the Kings offense stagnated, and the thought was, well, now you've got a plan B, sometimes a plan A with DeMar
Hmm.
DeRozan. But even though he has been productive, the offense is still bogging down, and the turnovers, there's no excuse for that. But I think the turnovers are a byproduct of the fact that the offense has no flow. So it's not
Right.
just guys getting careless. It's like guys trying to make plays because nothing
Yeah.
else is happening.
No, you're right. And that's where I go back to the coaching staff on the fly, being able to adjust. All right, they're taking away this. What can we do as a counter? Maybe it needs to be in the Zach's hands more. Maybe it needs to be played through Dome. I don't know what it is, but it seems like Orlando, they came in with their set defensive game plan to muck it up, to make life difficult on Zach LaVine, and it worked. And we didn't have a counter for that. The guys
Mm-hmm.
look sluggish right from the get-go, right from the jump, and it has to be better tonight. It
Yeah.
has to be better tonight against the Pacers team that, since January 1 has been one of the better teams in the league.
A lot of defense, I should say, especially when you get to the NBA level, it's about trying to keep teams from taking the shots they want to take, right? You can't
Hmm.
stop teams in the NBA. You're trying to
Right.
prevent them from taking shots that they want to take. And what is the most coveted shot in the NBA? The number one shot, the most efficient shot is the corner three, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know that I've ever seen a team give up so many uncontested corner threes as the Kings this year. I tried to look it up today. Maybe there are numbers there that show that. I couldn't find them, but just from the eye test, and I know you've talked about this a lot,
Yeah.
Kyle, other teams just know we're going to have a field day on corner threes against the Kings. They continue to give them up. It's mind-boggling.
And this is what's so frustrating, because I've had conversations with Doug about this, and he says that's the spot we don't want to give up. So they go in, we are not giving up the corner three. That's what's being said, and yet it's still happening. And maybe it's a personnel issue. We put Keon in the starting lineup, that didn't work out. It's I maintain, and I said it last week, Whitey, I'll say it again. A lot of our issues are effort based on a defensive end, I think.
Hmm.
Like, you can tell when a team is, just watch Orlando. Like, watch what we saw. You can tell when a team is getting after it defensively. Our guys are playing defense, but they aren't getting after it. Our guys are playing defense, but they're not trying to make the other team feel uncomfortable. There's a difference. There's a difference by standing in front of your man versus a difference in making him feel uncomfortable. Like, we don't do enough of that. And I feel like that's where our defense is breaking down. And we got 8 games to fix it. Hell, we got to get it started tonight, because this Pacers team, they can score. They get up and down with Tyrese. What they score, 162, what was it the other day? Something
Yeah.
like I'm like, yo, man, that was in regulation, Whitey. Like,
Yeah, I know.
we got to defend against these guys tonight.
A glimmer of hope on this front. Orlando they don't normally shoot like that, but they are a really good defensive team.
Yeah.
And the Pacers are playing very well. I know, I don't mean to slight them, but
Yeah.
they're not a great defensive team, right? So there should be opportunities for the Kings tonight.
It should be. It should be. This probably should be a high scoring game. Pacers want to get up and down. Kings want to push the pace as well. And even like, when I look at the Pacers roster, there's nobody that scares me defensively. Siakam ain't out there locking nobody up. Let's keep it real. I love Pascal Siakam, but he's not
Mhm.
out there locking anybody up. So this should be an opportunity for our guys to get going offensively. I look for Keegan Murray to have a nice game tonight. Struggled a little bit from the behind the arc the other night. I'm looking for Keegan to come up big tonight.
So let's see, you have the game and then post game. And then if you really hustle back, you might make it back to go to Sutter Health and watch some of the A's and the Cubs. Is that your plan, Drapes?
Nah, I think I get back at like 9. Like I'll be done at
Oh,
7,
uh-huh.
and then 8. Well, I'll be at the sack by about 8:15. I didn't think about that, big fella. I didn't think about that.
Don't stress
I might.
yourself, Drake. Don't stress yourself, brother.
Hey, you know what? I know time is short. I know I don't have to do it, Jay, but I need my music because something is really
Ooh.
bothering me right now. We got a bonus
Oh.
Drapes take. I need my
Yeah.
music. I'm catching
Yeah.
Jay
Calm down,
off
Mike. Calm down. Take it easy, man. Just take
One more
it easy.
trash tags.
Yeah. First of all, I'm gonna start with we honoring Whitey for being nominated to the Vallejo Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations, big fella.
I
But how
appreciate
come you guys haven't said anything about the shirt I'm wearing? How come you guys
I started to.
remarking
I didn't
out
notice
here
it.
with the shirt that I'm
I
wearing?
started
I'm
to,
upset.
man.
And fellas, I'm driving down. I get out the car. I'm going to Bud's, and I'm like, oh, I'm in Niners territory, and I got this shirt on. And you know me, Jay. My chest was stuck out. My head was held high. I was on my I wish a mother would kind of energy out here in San Francisco, and ain't nobody saying anything to me. So let me just say that right off the jump. I'm wearing Eagles gear proudly here in the Bay, in the city of San Francisco. Ain't nobody said a word yet, but that's not my take. My take has to do with the A's. A new era of baseball beginning in Sacramento, and I'm all for it, Whitey. But when I walked into the NBC Sports studios, I saw something that alarmed me, that upset me. And Mark Kotsay, he's going to do his pregame press conference and everything. And you know how they have the backdrop behind you guys? If you watch it on YouTube, you know the backdrop.
Sure.
And it says Las Vegas A's on it. And it's exactly. And it's like another reminder. It's like, all right, you're not going to be called the Sacramento A's. You're going to wear the patch at, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Bureau, whatever the hell it is. And every time the manager gets interviewed, I'm going to see Las Vegas on the backdrop, Whitey and Jay. Like, what's going on here? I understand you're going to Vegas. I understand that's the plan and everything. But, man, that's making me feel a certain type of way, fellas. I mean, maybe it's just me, but it's like, all right, I know you're moving on. I know you're going to Vegas. You ain't got to remind me about it every single day. It's disrespectful, man. It's just upsetting. It's disrespectful.
It is. Thank you. You're not the only one who feels that way.
Make it 3 of us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you guys see that at all?
I
don't
haven't.
know if they had it up on the road or you guys seen it, but I'm walking in and it's a big Las Vegas plaster and it's like a tiny A there, but Las Vegas is what you'll see. When you watch tonight, you see Kotsay interviewed, you'll notice that. And it's just like, I get the excitement. I know everybody's fired up. It's great to have baseball in Sacramento, but it's almost like a reminder that time is going to run out eventually. You know what I mean? If like, they don't want to be here full time, and it's kind of a reminder of that. And so I just wanted to get that Drapes takes, Jay, and it's still sponsored, Jay. So we got to roll the sponsor. It's brought to you by
Elsco Uniforms. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Elsco Uniforms.
And real quick, Whitey, real
Yes.
quick, I got to promote the contest that we're running here on Sacktown Sports 1140. We're giving away 2 lower bowl tickets to an upcoming Sacramento Kings game. So just go to sacktownsports.com/contest. I'm working with the guys over at Alsco Uniforms. You can enter in for 2 lower bowl tickets to an upcoming Kings game. sacktownsports.com/contest.
Wouldn't it be great tonight, Drapes? I know Alan and Kyle were talking about this. If you've got A's baseball going on and you can see the beam at the same time, the Kings take care of business. They should be done before the A's start. You have the beam lit. You're playing baseball, under the beam. Be a glorious day. The Kings can get it done tonight, Drapes. I don't want to have to see you after the game, struggling with what to say. They've put you through that too much. We're going, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to tell you. We can't put you through that again. You do a great job, but I'll feel bad for you.
Yeah, it's hard, man, because I'm usually Mr. Positive. I'm trying to spin it, we still got time, Kings fans, but man, the squad's making it hard. Let's get a win tonight, fellas.
All right, Drapes. Great job. Enjoy the broadcast tonight. And do we talk to you tomorrow?
No, I'm flying to DC tomorrow, big fella.
All right. We'll talk to you when we talk to you. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Drapes.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah, we got game night coming up next. Kings and the Pacers, Sacktown Sports.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sacktown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit sacktownsports.com.